and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News, episode 256. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Brandon here, and welcome back to another episode of WWE News and Rumors. So we have a lot of stuff to talk about today, so I have no time to just ramble in the beginning of this episode. So this is WWE News, episode 256, and here we go. The first news story is WWE and Netflix have actually made a deal and they're working together on a movie. So like there's not a lot of WWE stuff on Netflix. I don't know if there's anything like WWE, like actual WWE on Netflix. At least they didn't used to be. But anyway, they're doing some kind of movie. It's not like a traditional, it's like a movie, but it's not like a documentary. It's just a mess. Anyway, it's supposed to be about an 11-year-old kid. He finds like a magical mask, which makes him like an amazing wrestler or something. And there's actual like WWE wrestlers in it, and they're teaming up on this thing. So it's coming out in 2020 if that whole story sounds interesting to you. Alright, the next news story. The next news story is about AJ Styles. So AJ Styles is finally medically cleared. He hasn't wrestled since Money in the Bank or something like, yeah, I think it was Money in the Bank. He hasn't wrestled since Money in the Bank. He's been out with an injury. He's cleared. He's returning next week. He's not going to be on TV, so don't expect, oh, I mean, he might be on TV here within the next few weeks. But anyway, next week is like first date back is in Asia, and it's a house show, so they're not. But he's going to be back for the Asia tour, so he should be back on TV fairly soon. Alright, the next news story. The next news story is about Sasha Banks. So this one is pretty good. So if you go on Sasha Banks' Twitter right now, you can go on Twitter and go on Sasha Banks. Look what she retweeted. She retweeted Cody Rhodes, and she retweeted Cody Rhodes promoting AEW. So Sasha Banks is kind of promoting AEW here. It's just like, what the hell is going on? Like, there's just so much stuff going on in the news world about Sasha Banks. WWE and her are good, WWE and her are not good. No one really knows, but Sasha Banks was retweeting Cody Rhodes promoting the whole AEW Fighter Fest show. Alright, the next news story. The next news story is about 205 Live, and it's not necessarily good news. So 205 Live is now, it's on own show on the network or whatever. That's completely where they are now. They're on the WWE Network, and yeah, we have some bad news about it. Basically, it has really poor ratings. Like, most of the crowd at Smackdown actually leaves because the people at Smackdown, they're not like super, I don't know, into, like, even if they're like hardcore wrestling fans, they're just like 205 Live. They're just like, there's something off here, or I'm tired or something. And they try to get people to stay around for 205 Live because they advertise like a cool, like, dark match or whatever. But basically 205 Live is reported now that it's not even in the top 10 of the WWE most watched stuff. Like, this is a live thing. This is live on the network. And it's getting beat by so many things that aren't even live. Like, it's just getting destroyed, and they're thinking they might have to do something drastic here. I don't know if they're thinking about some kind of change or just to cancel the division or cancel 205 Live and maybe put them back on Raw or Smackdown or NXT or something. I have no idea. Alright, the next news story. The next news story is about AEW. So AEW, as we all know, they've sold out all their tickets for All Out, which is amazing, but it sucks at the same time. But they're killing WWE in like ticket sales. Like WWE, they are struggling to sell tickets. Like for the show this weekend, Stomping Ground, they're having so much trouble selling tickets, they actually had to downsize the arena. I mean, they can't change the arena, but they're like changing the like setup so it holds like less people or whatever. So basically, AEW, they are killing WWE in a million different ways. So this show that they're doing in Chicago, it's called All Out. They're doing it in an arena that only holds around 10,000 people, right? So WWE, they do arenas larger than that. But here's the thing, like they went on sale and they told all the fans when they're going on sale, and there's like a bunch of fans on there waiting, right? And we don't exactly know how many fans. All we know is they sold out very fast. But they can actually go in and like look how many fans were in the like little thing waiting for the tickets to be released. And the number is astonishing. The number is 139,000 people. And that arena only holds 10,000 people, and there was 139,000 people waiting to get tickets. That's more people that were waiting for like WrestleMania 35, which is crazy. Like, absolutely crazy. Like, WrestleMania doesn't even sell like that. There's not even that many people excited for WrestleMania, and apparently WWE are very concerned about this because they thought at the beginning, it's just beginner's luck. They're gonna, like, after the first show, it's gonna calm down. Well, it's actually getting in higher demand after the first show, which is scaring the hell out of the WWE as it should. So you guys have, those are actually all the news stories that I talked to you guys about today. So now we're going to talk about some unconfirmed news stories, also known as rumors, and I'm going to use my catchphrase here, that's on a t-shirt with a juice box on it on my merch store. We're going to talk about some juicy rumors. All right, the first rumor is about Stomping Grounds. So Stomping Grounds this weekend, and ticket sales are like the worst they have been in, I don't, decades. Like, it is ridiculously bad. Like, apparently WWE backstage thoughts on the whole Stomping Ground pay-per-view is it doesn't really matter. They're treating it like it's just like we're having like a rough patch now. We're fine. Like this pay-per-view doesn't matter. It's not a real pay-per-view. We're just doing rematches from all the other pay-per-views during this pay-per-view. And yeah, there's not really anything new. There's nothing exciting. This is just kind of like an in-between pay-per-view, so it doesn't matter. So that's the way WWE's treating it. But when it gets around to SummerSlam time and they don't have numbers and they can't sell, well, obviously they're going to sell SummerSlam tickets, they've already sold them, but I'm saying on the network or whatever the case may be, when they normally have a certain number, like millions and millions, and then they only have just a little bit compared to other years, they're going to realize there's a huge ass problem, and I think they might be out of luck here to fix it. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Some drastic stuff is going to have to change in WWE just to get it like back on par and to back where like fans are doing good. And this is something that's very interesting is like AEW, they're going to be on TNT, they're going to be on a television network as well, and we're going to see how they compare to WWE on ratings. Like they could actually, I don't know if they're going to do it initially, but maybe they will, or maybe it'll take a little bit, but they could literally beat WWE ratings. So I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. This is an absolutely crazy situation. Just reminds you of the whole WCW and WWE thing, but it's crazy. All right, the next rumor is about Lars Sullivan. So he's injured, as I've been telling you guys, but now we know how bad this injury is. It's actually really bad. People who don't like Lars, I saw some people happy about this. It's just kind of messed up. Like, he's a wrestler, he's a performer. Like, yeah, he might be stupid, or he said stupid stuff, or he's actually stupid, whatever the case may be. Like, the guy's literally injured, and he's going to be out until 2020, it looks like. He's out 6 to 9 months. So this is a severe, like, major injury. So best of luck on the recovery there. I mean, we can all have our opinion. I'm not necessarily fond of Lars Sullivan myself, but still it sucks being, like, injured just randomly, especially when you're getting that big push. And when he gets back, that push is probably not going to happen. All right, the next rumor. So this rumor completely, like, tells everyone, like, how great, like, not doing a script is, how great not scripting out every single word is, how great giving wrestlers creative freedom is, how great giving wrestlers, like, just freedom to do whatever the hell they want and say is. Like, this is something I've said, like, before here on the channel. Like, the Austin 316 promo was unscripted. A lot of, like, if you go on, like, the top 10, I'm sure WWE has done a stupid top 10 because they do stupid top 10s all the time. The top 10 greatest wrestling promos in history, great 10 mic drops or whatever, pipe bombs or whatever the heck they want to use. Like, all of them were completely unscripted. There's not one where they, like, read a complete script and it's, like, in the top 10 or, like, even memorable at all. But that's just my kind of argument there. But this is just proof of that. So the rumor is the WWE 24/7 title, the stuff they've done with R-Truth, which has been, in my opinion, the most entertaining stuff in WWE in a while. And I would assume, like, a lot of people would agree with me on that. WWE, they haven't been really hands-on with that. That's actually been, like, all R-Truth. Like, he's been coming up, like, the wrestlers have been coming up with this stuff. It's not Vince, like, handing him a script, or the creative team handing him a script. Like, they might come up with ideas, hey, do this, or we're gonna go this way, or say this, or whatever, but, like, it's not completely scripted. Like, he has more freedom with that, and that's, like, the only case of freedom we have in the WWE right now, and that's why I think that's, like, the best thing in WWE. I had no idea it was completely unscripted, which now it makes sense why it's so freaking good. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is unfortunately that part of the video. It is time to talk about the final news story, the final rumor, the final thing I will be talking about in this video. So, it is about, Friday nights. It's about Smackdown going to Friday nights, and an issue they're going to have with Saudi. So, let me just say this. So, Smackdown, they're moving to Friday nights, because that's what Fox wants. They want Friday Night Smackdown back, but they want to have it live this time. So, we're keeping live. It's not going to be called SmackDown Live anymore. It's just SmackDown, but it is live, just like Raw. Like, we don't call it Raw Live. Raw is just live. That's just how it is. So we have a really big problem here. So, like, every Friday night, wrestlers have to be there to do the live show. But here's the problem. When they do the Saudi Arabia shows, which they are making a lot of money for as well, they're always on Friday nights. So how are they going to do SmackDown Live? I don't want to say SmackDown Live. It's live at SmackDown, whatever. How are they going to do SmackDown and a Saudi Arabia show the same day when Saudi Arabia is so far from the United States? I don't know how they're going to do that. I mean, obviously they could do a pre-filmed episode. Like, the majority of the episodes of SmackDown are live. Another solution some people have mentioned is they could do a split show. So they split up the entire roster because the brand split's over. Like, it's completely over. Fox told them it's in the contract. The brand split has to end. So what can they do here? It really, I mean, the only good thing about the Saudi Arabia shows is they're early. So after Saudi, SmackDown could still be technically live if they want to split up the roster and have both shows be live. But still, it's like really messed up, and that's a lot of wrestling. I just think that day is going to really suck for them, and they're going to have to figure that out. I don't know if they thought this through beforehand, but this is just something that people are bringing up, and then I realized, like, holy crap, this is a really big issue, and they're going to have to figure it out. Because I believe SmackDown, the first episode live on Friday nights, is going to be October 4th, and then I think November the 11th, I think I have it written down here, November the 11th, they're doing a... Is that right? Yeah. November the 1st. I'm sorry. I had that backwards. November the 1st, they're doing a show in Saudi Arabia, and then the same night they're supposed to be doing a SmackDown somewhere in the United States. So, yeah, good luck with that, WWE. Hopefully you can figure that out. But, yeah, guys, thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you want to help support the channel, make sure to subscribe, like this video. If you want to help support the channel other ways, there's Patreon, where you can help support with little donations. If you don't want to do that, I have t-shirts you can get on my merch store, or all kinds of cool stuff in the merch store. Definitely check that out. But thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I really honestly appreciate you guys for watching. And I'll let you guys go on with your wonderful lives, because I know I'm probably boring you with this video, but thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.